Good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again. It's JayJay, your boy, right here once again. We're going to have a late night tech talk every night, starting about, I would say, around 10 p.m. Right around there, about 10 p.m. But we got more for you, and we are going to have this talk, so stick around, don't go anywhere, and do not touch your dial, because we'll be back after this B-roll, and here we go. Alrighty, and welcome back. Glad you made it through the B-roll. Let's go ahead and adjust ourselves. Okay, well, gonna end cap on what happened today. For the simple fact, nvidia said to everybody on their website that they're pulling down the 4080, the 12 gigabyte version. The reason is because everybody's sitting there saying, and this is everybody worldwide, is sitting there saying it's because of the prices, so they're pulling it back. nvidia says because of the name. Everybody else in the marketing world is sitting there saying it's because of the price. Well, when you sell a card that's named the same, one for at 16 gigabytes for $1,200-$1,300, and then you turn around and you sell the same name but lower in performance for $900, everybody's starting to see that $300 to $400 difference. You're losing in cost. You're losing in performance and everything else. Because believe it or not, I haven't tested this myself yet, but believe it or not, by looking at all the stats on their 30 series cards and the prices, you can get a 3090, an RTX 3090 for $900, with it having 16 gigabytes of VRAM and all the works and everything else. Or you can get the 3090 Ti having 24 gigabytes of VRAM. So, for price to performance, that 12 gigabyte 4080 should have been no more than $500. Now, that right there would be a difference. That would be more price to performance. Because if I look at it and I get down on my calculator, which we can't do it in this screen, but I will show you this again. Looking at price to performance. So if you're taking what was it? See, now I'm stumped. If you took price to cores, just to say, and you went from price to how many cores it has, that would be like, to me, that would be price to performance. Let's say, it has, what do they say, 12,322, I think it is. We'll just say that for now, because I'm not looking at the stats. So let's just say 12,322, and you divide that by 899. Means you're only getting like per core like 13 cents a core. Just say it's 13 cents a core, right? So if you're paying 13 cents a core, and if they say it's doing 200 FPS, you know, it's doing 200 FPS, means you're only getting you're only getting about maybe 0.26% per core. And price to value, if I took and divided that by, let's say, they say 400 watts. Yep, it comes out to what I expected it to be. So, basically, you're paying close to maybe 3 times the worth of what that card is. For the 4080 12 gigabyte, you're paying about that much. You're paying about 2 to 3 times its worth. Okay, now you go to the 16 gigabyte 4080, you're paying between 4 and 6 times its worth. You know, I mean, if you go down and you look at the 6400, like the AMD RX 6600, let's go ahead and look that up real quick. That's got me curious. So what we'll do is we'll go to Amazon, and what we'll do is we'll look for the RX 6400. RX 6400. Okay. So the RX 6400 is ranging between between $140 and $160. 150, 160 bucks. Okay. Now, the difference between the two, well, 6400 has 4 gigabytes of VRAM, but its GPU clock speed is 2321 megahertz. Okay, that's 2.3 gigahertz. Now, figure this one out. Its game clock is up to 2039 megahertz. Its interface is 64-bit DDR6, and it's PCI Express 4.0. So, what are you paying for? And that's a good question. I know this sounds like I'm rambling on everybody, but this is not. I was messing around in here today, looking around to find out what the RX 6400 really has. Okay, so we go to Tech Power Up, and we see that it's the Navi 24. It's got 768 cores. It's got 48 TMUs. It's got 32 flops, and it's 4 gigabytes, and it's a GDR6 64-bit bandwidth. Okay, Now looking through the card, what does it really have for its value? Well, it's still active. You can still get updated drivers for it. That's one. The base clock is 1923 megahertz. The game clock is 2039 megahertz. Boost clock is 2321 megahertz. So the memory clock is 2000 megahertz, 16 gigabytes per second effective. Okay, it's GDR6. And its bandwidth is 128 gigabits per second. Okay, that's not bad. It's DirectX 12. It's 4.6 OpenGL. It's 2.2 OpenCL. It's 1.3 Vulkan. It's 6.6 shader. And shading units are at 768. TMUs are at 48. ROPs are at 32. Compute units is at 12. RT cores at 12. The L0 cache is 32 kilobytes per WGP. L1 cache is 128 kilobytes per array. L2 cache is 1024 kilobytes, and L3 cache is 16 megs. So, but the pixel rate is 74.27 gigapixels. Texture rate is 111.4 gigatextiles. Now the FP16 half performance is 7.130 teraflops, 2 to 1. Not bad. So the FP32 float performance is 3.565 teraflops. The FP64 double performance is 222.8 gigaflops, 1 to 16th on the value. So, looking at that card compared to the rest. Okay. Now, its power draw is only 53 watts, and it does HDMI 2.1, DisplayPort at 1.4A, and it's PCI Express 4.0 X4 interface, and it's only $160. So, but it does DirectX 12 Ultimate, and you know, it's like the fully unlocked RX 6500 XT, which uses the same but has all the 1024 shaders enabled. AMD has disabled some of the shading units on the Radeon RX 64 to reach the product's target shader count. It features 768 shading units, 48 texture mapping units, and 32 ROPs. Also, the card also has 12 ray tracing acceleration cores. That's interesting that they sell this card for the price they do. I want one. I'm just saying, I want one of those. Those look interesting. But I'm just giving you an insight of the kind of power that AMD is pulling up. Okay, and that's in their older series cards. You know, that's not the newest series. This is the kind of card that, you know, for mid-level gaming enthusiasts would be really interested in, because this handles the RDNA 2. You know, it's regular, it's low profile, but it's a big monster in a little package, just to say for you. Just a big monster in a little package. You know, if that's something you're looking for, yeah, that's a big monster in a little package. Okay. Now, I understand the big time gamers always say, well, it's kind of okay, but it's not. It doesn't play the way I want it to play. Well, you know what? It's not the matter of how you want it to play. It's the matter of the consumer, when they buy it, how they want to play it, how they're going to set it up, what's going to be best effective for them. Okay, now this thing of everybody saying me, myself, and I, stop saying that. You're not thinking of that low man on the pole that wants to, be able to be conservative, that wants to be able to buy something that's not costing him his house or his car. Who's going to pay $2,500 to $5,000 for a frickin' PC when they could have bought a car? Think about it. They don't want to spend that kind of money. You even go into Walmart, and even Walmart's got cheaper prices than building a PC. They got PCs alone with just the keyboard and mouse, some of them ranging at like $329, $330. I know y'all are going to say that Walmart's not the same as build your own PCs. Well, that is true. But in those PCs, you could have the same processor, but it's all in one, yes. You can always upgrade the random access memory. You can always upgrade the video card, even though they give you on board. But you can always upgrade the video card to a better video card. So if you spent $300 there and you spent $160 on a video card, that's close to the buying point of if you bought all the pieces yourself and put it together. But instead, it comes with the operating system, it comes with the mouse and keyboard, it comes with all the bells and whistles that you would need. And you can always, if you decide, if you want to go to a SATA SSD to speed up the system, you can always take and copy from a regular hard drive to an SSD card, a 1 terabyte SSD. Take your hard drive out, put that 1 terabyte SSD in, and boom, you just speeded up your system even more. It's not hard. I'm not saying go out and buy, one of them 3-in-1 systems, which I have one. I have one with the 4 gigabyte graphics card. It has a 256 SSD, and it moves just as fast as my PC here that I just built. All my PCs, that when I put them through the builds, I make sure they run stable at 100. I give them 105, 110%. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about you as the consumer wanting to build your own PC, wanting to get your own equipment and everything else. Okay, I understand, times are going to be tight, and my heart is out to you because of the hardening of the times. Okay, no, there's nobody that's out here that doesn't care enough about that consumer that wants to save $1. Okay, that's what I'm here for, because I'm that kind of consumer myself. I got onto YouTube to make a difference. I got onto YouTube to make a difference, to let everybody know there's a better way to do things. There are some people that tell you that you can get it for this and this price and get it for cheaper. I tried that. I tried to go to various, sites and go by their recommendations. I could never ever find what they said on the internet what they said they can find in a PC. I could never find them. Me, myself, if I'm doing a review for you guys on how to build a system, I tell you where to go. I even show you on the system where to go. I show you. And if you go through my previous videos and watch them all the way through, you'll see that I show you exactly where I go. Exactly where I go. So you can look at me as a guy and say, oh, he's kind of a creepy old guy. Well, you know what? I ain't a creepy old guy. See this face? That's not creepy. This is age. This is age. You know what this gray hair is from? You know what that's from? That's from hard work. And what did I get to show for it? Nothing. And now I'm doing my own YouTube channel. I have no staff here. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no staff. I do all the editing. I do everything myself. And the reason is because I'm just starting out, trying to get the information out to you and show you what I'm about. Okay? The consumer guy is the guy that needs to know what is really going on out there and what's the best way to build. If you remember in one of my videos, I did show you how to take a Dell Optiplex. It's the 3050, if I remember right, and take that i7 core that's in there and make it into something that's going to mold you into a game system. Okay, I think it was the 3000 series, i7 3000 series. But still, I have a third generation computer. And it's the i5 2400. And you can look it up anywhere. The i5 2400 is Gen 3. And that computer still runs just as good and gets up on the games I play with no problem. It's got a 4 gig card in there. It's an nvidia card. It's got 96 cores, but it still rocks. Just to first say. It's the 730 GT. And that's what it is. It's got the 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Now you can get the 730 GT with 2 gigabytes of VRAM. You can get the 730 GT with 1 gigabyte of VRAM. I was lucky to get mine with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. And I pressed it all the way up to the max. Temperature wise, that wasn't good because I was hitting close to 161 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me look that up for you and turn it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And yes, that's me typing. Let's say 165. That's 73 degrees C from what this says. 73 degrees C. So, but the tipping point is at 81. You lose performance at 80 to 81. But it never reached it. So, all in all, it's working. After doing a little bit of fixing the V-bias, or fixing the bias itself, the bias in there was a little bit kind of wanky. So I put the right BIOS in it, and it's still running fine. That's what I did to fix that card. I paid $100 for it, but knowing it came from China and it was only half the price, me updating the BIOS in that card, it works great. If you don't know how to update the BIOS in your video cards, please take it to a professional. Do not do it on your own. You will brick that card quicker than shit. Just to let you know that. If you don't know what you're doing with the BIOS for your motherboard, if you don't know what you're doing with the BIOS for your video card, take it to somebody that knows what they're doing. If they brick it, they bought it. And that's how you got to look at it. And if you want to learn how to do it, watch YouTube videos. There's many videos out there that will show you where to go. Okay? There's many reviewers, good reviewers on here that will take you to where you need to go to when you want to learn to update your BIOS and everything else. You know what? I'll even do in the future BIOS videos on different boards and show you how easy it is to update your BIOS if you look very carefully. That's videos down the road. So do stick around for that. Also too, what else news are we going to do today? Oh yeah, the news of this channel. Okay, I know you've heard me through videos, many videos about getting the amount of viewers I need to get the channel unlocked by YouTube. Okay, this is what I've learned so far. One, the only way people are going to recognize this channel is if I got over 150 videos. And that should give me 100k subscribers. Okay, just to say 100 videos for 150 videos for 100, about 147. Should be about right there. 147k in subscribers at 100 videos. Now, the more videos you put up, you got to pound like 2 to 3 videos a day, and that's every day for 365 days a year for 5 years. Okay, if you want to get better at what you're doing. My philosophy is that I'm still new to the camera, and I'm learning how more each day and how to make videos and getting better at it. So the more videos I make, the better I become, and that's how I figured it out. So if I'm making between 2 and 3 videos a day, every day, for the next year, I'm sure one of my videos you all are going to like, or you're going to like them all, but you know, that takes time, and I do realize it, and I respect that, because there's many reviewers out here that had to take between 5 and 10 years just to get their channel up to 1 million viewers. I realize that, and I recognize that, and I'm just explaining this to you. My goal right now is to get you all to watch my videos, each one of them, all the way through. And the more people that watch the videos all the way through and recommend them to their friends and have them watch it all the way through, and so on, will help me get the 4,000 hours I need to unlock one side of the creator aspects for YouTube. Now on the other side, I need 1,000 subscribers. Now I got 9 right now, 9 subscribers, and I'm working forward to get more subscribers here, but I need you all's help to get to that mark. It just doesn't take me. I'm working my best to make the videos for you all. All I'm asking is you help me out. Hey, like I said before in a couple videos ago, give me a birthday present. Up in November is my birthday. The more subscribers I get, and if I get the channel unlocked fully, then guess what? That'd be the best birthday present in the world, just to let you know. But anyway, this video is now 30 minutes into it. You all, it's a great tech talk with y'all, so you all have a fine evening, and we will see you tomorrow. So do take care and sleep well and have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.